My name is Doug Durham with Professional Roofers, President and owner, and I wanted to take this minute to share with the HOA some of the obstacles and some of the items that are taking place on your roofs, and to make a strong suggestion as to possible economical solutions to help you achieve what you want to, with warranty that is not only the material, but is material, labor, and consequentials. Consequentials will be such items as interior damage, people's products inside, etc. We'll share more about that in just a minute. I have with me the Duralast representative, Scott Crowder, and I have the foreman, Ferman Morales, who's been installing low slope roofs for over 20 years. The reason for sharing this video is when you look around at your roofs, there's a lot of standing water. And one roof, 124 and 125, has been re-roofed with a structure and a mechanical install sloping the water off the sides of the roof. There are several ways to do the roof. One is to taper the roofs. The other is to just overlay a deck board, a fan fold, and then to install a TPO, or the material I'm going to specifically speak to, which will carry a warranty even in ponding water like you currently have on your roof at this point in time. So there's a very expensive way to build a structure, a less expensive way, but still very expensive, to taper it, and then of course the most economical way, if you have a product that gives you a solid warranty, of which TPO will not with ponding water, would be the Duro-Last product that we're speaking of here shortly. I'm going to show you a few items that you want to be aware of, and I'm going to recommend, if economics is what you're looking for, then we can do some minor tapering and overlay of what you currently have, which will get some of the bodies of water out, but that's not even necessary. With this product, the Duralast product, you will be able to lay on top of what you currently have with a fan fold board, still experience ponding, and get a 15 and or if you choose a 20-year product, which is NDL, which includes labor, material, as well as any consequential damages caused by improper installation or material fault. That's for the interior. So your residents should be very comfortable knowing that their product or their home is safe on the inside and covered under the warranty of the product. Now I'd like to take and show you a few items that are transpiring with what you currently have at this time. Just briefly, I want to introduce Scott Crowder, who is the Duralast representative, and he's going to point out a few items on the existing roof as well as recommendations, and talk to you a second about the warranty and why we are suggesting what we are. Scott?
Yeah, like Doug says, my name is Scott Crowder. I'm with Duralast Roofing. I'm the manufacturer's rep for Duralast for the states of Kentucky and Tennessee. My job is to promote Duralast, do evals just like we're doing today, come up on the roof, try to find a good system that will work economically and long-term for you guys. So Doug had called, talked about some water that was ponding on the roof. We want to come up and take a look at it to see what we could do and what we could offer. So as you can see, in certain areas of this roof, we've got 1 to 2 inches of water standing. Basically, Duralast was designed from a swimming pool liner company. They had problems with quality of materials, and we wanted to have better control over the quality, so he started making his own liners. 40 some odd years later on, we're the largest manufacturer of prefabricated roofing material in the country. We specialize in low slope, just like what you see now. The difference is the ponding water doesn't affect our product. This is a TPO membrane. TPO face problems with ponding water because it amplifies the heat, which causes the material to lose layers of film, TPO, thermoplastic polyolefin, over the years. So as it deteriorates from the top down, then you start getting to the wear layer, and we'll look at the wear layer right over here. This is basically the wear layer. It's a scrim, it's a fabric, and once your protective membrane gets down to this point, the roof has failed. It's shot. It's time to be replaced. So other things I'd like to point out, some of this installation, all of these are made out in the field with TPO. You can see this was pieced together. It's not clamped like it's supposed to. There's just a lot of issues with this. So basically we could come back with a PVC system, overlay what we have here, and still give you the warranty that Doug talks about. the damage warranty. We're the only manufacturers in the roofing business that covers content in our warranties. So it's going to be your most economical choice, long term. Like I said, 15 to 20 year warranty.
What represents content besides the material and the labor?
So the content would be anything inside the building, your carpet, your furniture. If you have a computer system in there and if it leaks, roof leaks because of material failure or because of installation and ruins your property, we pay for that. When this roof is done, we're going to come to a proper, thorough inspection from the manufacturer. We'll come out and check everything, hand and knees inspection to make sure everything's right. And when everything is right, we'll write the warranty that day. And from that day on, Duro-Last, the manufacturer, will cover that warranty. So if you ever have a problem, you just call us directly. You don't even have to call the roofer. You can call us directly, and we're going to the ones to take care of that warranty. The inspection, we'll look at this building over here for a second. This is a nice looking bright roof, but we talked about our inspections. There's a lot of things on this roof that would not pass an inspection with any manufacturer. This is a mechanically attached system. If you look at the stacks, you'll see there's no bands on the stacks. That wouldn't pass warranty. And this roof was installed without any perimeter enhancement. Perimeter enhancement is supposed to be all the way around the roof. You can see here it doesn't have it. It's 10 foot, which makes it more susceptible to wind, high wind damage. So any other manufacturer would not even warranty this as well. So.
And just to interject, this was one solution that was looked at on 124 and 125, which a structure was built underneath, and then plywood decking placed on top, and then they mechanically installed this material. So it does slope the water off, and all the water just runs off onto the tile clay shingles that you have on the roof. So this is one solution. One is to build the structure. Two is to put a taper to get the water to drain to the drains that you have on the roof. On this roof, there are no drains. Whether there were or not, I don't know, but right now the water just runs over the sidewall on it. So each roof is a little bit different. Therefore, we are going to recommend placing the Duralast with a little bit of drainage on it to try to get it into the drains that are here. But the other thing to note, the number of layers and whether we can overlay on top of this, and both Scott and Ferman will talk about that right now.
Okay, so what we have here is what we call a core cut, and basically we cut down through the roofing membrane down to the deck to see what's existing. On this you can see it has a TPO roof over a slip sheet, is what we call it. This is actually a felt fleece type slip sheet over a wood fiber down to a plywood deck. So what we're looking for when we do these cores, we're looking at the insulation to see if it's saturated. This insulation was saturated. When we squeezed it and water would come out, that means the roof would have to be replaced. So what we found is all this insulation in here is dry, so that would allow us to do a recover.
So I just wanted to show another roof on this same building that we were on, and what happens when water stands. It's a little bit more visible on a TPO material, and as it degrades, as Scott had said earlier. And the reason why we're really kind of trying to migrate toward a solution that will enable you not to have to worry, because everything is under warranty. Water can stand and sit with leaves, debris, which has acid and everything in it. But if you take a close look here, we were trying to show before, this material is starting to degrade even to the point where it's pulling out completely. And that's because of a TPO material. And the reason why I reached out to Duralast, because of what you had, and saying how can we do this most economically and give them a 15-year warranty on product, on labor, and on content, as Scott said earlier, which is any damage to your owners that have these units under here, which would mean a lot to them. You do have some fiberglass canopies, and then you have some EPDM canopies on over the porches. We would look at putting TPO on that also, all those, and putting a drip edge around, even on the fiber, but also on the EPDM roofs that you have down here. Remember, the big issue with Duralast is the content. Anybody who lives in here that has any type of damage, interior, once the roof is installed and inspected by Duralast, is warranted by them. As Scott said, whether it's a computer or a TV, dining table or what have you, the walls or whatever. Anything is covered that's caused by material or install defects. Thank you.